Egyptian beliefs. Beliefs are an integral part of today's society that shape our understanding of the world in a fundamental way. The ancient Egyptians are in no way different to us today. They had their own beliefs and practices that are fascinating to learn about. The Egyptians believed in a cycle of life, death, and the afterlife. Osiris is a funerary god that was associated with renewal of life and resurrection. This is Osiris's myth that can give an indication where the Egyptians have gained some of their beliefs. Osiris was a king with a jealous brother, Seth. A banquet was held by Seth with plans to kill Osiris. Seth had a chest made to fit Osiris's measurements. Osiris was tricked into lying in the chest, which Seth and his friends nailed the lid shut and threw it into the Nile. Osiris's wife, Isis, found his body and hid it. Seth later found the body and cut it into 14 pieces and scattered them over Egypt. Isis and her sister, Nephthys, Seth's wife, went looking for the pieces of Osiris's body. When they found a piece of the body, they preserved it carefully and held a funeral. They also made a wax model of the particular part and left it with the local priests, who placed it in the temple where it was worshipped. The two sisters collected all the pieces except for one and wept for Osiris. The great god Ra heard them and sent Anubis, the jackal-headed god of embalming, and the ibis-headed god Thoth to help them. Putting all the pieces together, they wrapped his body in bandages. Thoth gave Isis the words to say over her husband's body. And then Isis and Nephthys changed themselves into birds and used their wings to fan life back into Osiris. After his resurrection, Osiris did not take his place on the throne of Egypt again. He preferred to maintain his kingdom in the underworld, where he ruled as king of the dead. An Egyptian belief is that the Egyptians thought that they had three aspects, which were the Ka, a double or life force, the Ba, soul, or the Ark, spiritual intelligence. Egyptians believed that they needed the physical body to be preserved and placed great importance on their name. When they died, there was a trial before 42 judges, including a weighing of the heart ceremony and judgment in the Hall of Truth. The kings experienced a different afterlife with the sun god Ra, while the normal Egyptians spent the afterlife in the field of reeds with Osiris. This is a picture depicting the weighing of the heart ceremony. A well-known funerary practice that Egyptians carried out was the mummification process, meaning that a corpse was embalmed to preserve, protect, and reanimate the body. The process: removal of the brain and internal organs. The brain, stomach, intestines, lungs, liver, and heart was removed, and only the heart was placed back. Drying out the body. Restoration of life-like appearance. Bandaging, including layers upon layers of fine linen coated in resin, were bandaged around the body with amulets and jewelry placed in certain layers. Burial. Placed in a coffin or sarcophagus, then placed in a tomb, which was then sealed. This is an example of a mummified Egyptian. Egyptians spent their entire living lives preparing to be accepted into the afterlife once they die. People often think that the Egyptians were strange and unintelligent, but that isn't the case. The Egyptians were a very intelligent race and have captivated the attention of everyone who comes into contact with their unique beliefs and society.